mix. Check it out. Yeah. Check it out. Get funky.
I'm ready to ball.
With the 60th pick in the 2014 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Jeremy Brown.
Ah, this guy, and he's terrible.
Good night, everyone, and thanks for coming.
There's my guy.
Your guy was told by his agent that he was gonna be a late first round, maybe second round draft pick. Your guy's supposed to be in New York with the rest of those chumps. Your guy's about to blow his freaking lid because his dream of being in the NBA is still just a dream.
Hey, chill, man. I know this isn't how we wanted it to go down. Believe me. Like I told you, you're my last best hope at the agency. If you wash out, I wash out with you. But I was thinking, maybe this was the best thing that could have happened to you.
How you figure that, genius?
Better to go undrafted and have a choice than to be picked late by a stacked playoff team where your chances of making the team are about as high as my chances of dating a supermodel, which, despite my contagious charm, are pretty freaking slim.
So what's the move, man?
This just affects our timing, okay? You just gotta keep working hard and be ready. Injuries, overhyped draft picks. Sooner or later, players are gonna wash out and they are going to call you. You hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Good. Remember, Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team and made fools pay for it the rest of his career. Use the draft day slight as motivation. A chip on your shoulder at the beginning of a long journey. And like every journey, this one begins with a single step. So your first step is to keep working hard. And we'll find you a home before you know it.
All right, man. I'm believing in you, bro. Make it happen. Undrafted, basketball has been my life since day one. What am I gonna do now? This can't be the end. Is my dream really dead?
Okay. I know you've been staying in shape, working hard on your game, waiting for your shot.
Yeah, so when's that gonna be? Because you told me not getting picked was a good thing.
It was. It was. This is America. Freedom of choice and all that good stuff. And that is why I'm here. Now is the time. Teams are able to offer 10-day contracts at this point, and I've been on the phone nonstop. There's some definite interest in you.
What's that mean? I get to pick where I want to go?
Whoa. It's not that easy, my friend. But there are several teams willing to give you a little tryout, see if it makes sense for them to sign you.
Listen, man. First of all, you're not my friend. You're my agent. And second, where's the list? Because I'm ready to play.
Keep in mind that these teams have varying levels of interest. If you want the 10-day deal, you're gonna have to work a lot harder to impress some of these teams than others.
Man, I don't care about that. Where's the list?
Okay, here's the list. Let me know where you want to go and I'll make it happen.
You killed it at the pre-draft workout. I lobbied for the team to take you, but some other short-sighted people in the organization thought differently. I know you belong with this level of competition. Look, you'll be running with the twos against the starters. You make an impression going against the best we got, it'll make us both look good. I want you to play with a chip on your shoulder. When you go to the hoop, I want you to think about every team that passed on you. When you swat a shot on defense, I want you to think about every player taken ahead of you. You do that, you prove you belong. Spots in this league are hard to come by, son. You gonna get one?
I know ain't nobody gonna give me anything. I'm here to take what's mine. So, here we go.
A wiser man than me once said that excellence is a habit.
What's that supposed to mean?
Means that if that scrimmage was any guide, excellence is more like something of a hobby for you. Something you do every once in a while. We saw some glimpses of greatness, but...
What, not enough glimpses to sign me?
I'm not saying that. But you're gonna have to do better if you want to be a part of this team.
Glimpses? That's it? Glimpses?
Move, man. What are you doing?
We got our foot in the door. The Magic have offered you a 10-day deal.
Why not a year?
Because you're an undrafted, unproven commodity. But they saw enough to take a flyer on you. So you have exactly 10 days, 240 freaking hours to show that you belong. You perform, you got a shot at a guaranteed deal for the rest of the season. We both live to breathe another day. You don't, you got a shot at being last in a long line of might-have-beens, and I'm probably out on the street, too. Living in this rat hole.
Hold up. Rat hole? This is all I can afford because you didn't get me drafted.
Let's call it a charming fixer-upper. Now pack your bags. We're going to the show.
Yeah, boy. I'm going to the league. I got my foot in the door, and I'm going to kick this sucker down, man.
You better. I don't want to ruin any more suits sitting on these vermin-infested couches of yours.
Man, it's my house you talking about. Finally, I'm in the league.
You did well in the workout and in the scrimmage.
He's a baller. You give him a legit shot, and he's gonna make the most of it. I mean, when it comes down to crunch time, there's no one...
10 days, my man. We'll see if he can swim with the big fish. If he does, he might have a shot to be signed for the rest of the year. Might even find himself a spot in the rotation. If not, son, he's back on the streets. You ready?
I'm ready, willing, and able, sir. You'll see.
Good. Get out of here. You too.
So you're the rookie that's gonna shock the world, huh?
Sure as heck gonna try.
Good. I'm glad you're here. Just remember, it's all out there for you. Work hard, listen, watch how we do, and you got a chance to be something special. Now let's see what you got.
Thanks. I'm happy to be here, man. I'm pumped. Let's do it.
It's live coverage. To the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr, Mark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Looking back to the last matchup between these two teams, it was Orlando coming out with the win against the Grizzlies.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
And the Grizzlies start out with the ball.
You're up. Let's go.
Time to do my thing.
Kalaith is in for Mike Conley. 43 seconds left here in the first quarter. And so in the game for the Magic, we got Andrew Nicholson, Gordon. Now there with Willie Green, and there's Ben Gordon, and it's Ridnour in at the 5. Kalaith kicks to Carter. Here's Kalaith. He's guarded by Ridnour. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Carter. And shot opportunity. And there's the nice layup by Gasol. Gasol's got 6 points.
You know, team rebounding is one of the great measures has been terrific sport.
They were ready to go right from the opening tip.
And a moment happening right now, folks, and the fulfillment of a lifelong dream, a special individual taking to the hardwood as we'll get to watch the first official NBA appearance from Solomon. Just an amazing story we have here, Clark. Here is someone who has had to scrap and fight every bit of the way, but now he's made it on his own to an NBA floor.
You know, he got passed over by all but he stuck with his dream, and now here he is. I mean, let's hope he can make the best of it.
The Magic trailed by 6. Kept alive. And the basket by Gordon.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Seven seconds left in the first. Aids away. And too long on the shot. And so the first quarter wraps up without too much action on the scoreboard. Grizzlies lead by 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
Coming up this Thursday night, January 29th, the Milwaukee Bucks take on Nikola Vucevic and the Orlando Magic. Live from Orlando. Don't miss out.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you to 2K Sports. We get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade, as there is more basketball in store. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you, West End?
So difficult to get a shot off against this defense. They are really playing hard.
Yeah, they're playing hard, and they pride themselves on making it tough for their opponents.
They've got Carter. Adams is out there with Nick Calathis. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Prince in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. No good from Solomon. Last outing for Memphis. They won that game against the 76ers.
Well, they benefited from some very loose play from their opponents that night, Clark.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, there were a lot of turnovers in that game. Some were caused by their good defensive play, but some were just careless.
Here's Calathis. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Well, an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for the official.
And I agree with you. You've got to have some sympathy for the referees when they have to make calls like that. And they get paid well, and they're the best in the business, so they can handle it.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Udinese is checked back in. It's stolen by Carter. They push it up 4 on 3. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Prince outside. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip. Vince Carter in his day, one of the most electrifying players in the NBA, a superstar in Toronto, one of the all-time great highlight reel dunkers. Those days are behind him, but he remains a very valuable and at this point maybe even underrated NBA player.
Now here's Gordon, averaging 9 points per contest. And that one's good. Gordon's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the match.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fella.
Here's Udrich following the basket by Ben Gordon. Now Udrich, averaging 6 points per contest. Shot clock at 6. Another shot. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Gasol's got 8 points.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
The Magic trailed by 4. Two here and a good one. Grizzlies out in front. Up by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. Well, our on-the-ball defense was pretty solid in the first half. We cut a lot of their possessions short by coming up with steals before they had a chance to set up. Stay tight on the ball like that. Keep denying them space. I will give you credit for your offensive rebounding. You really fought hard to keep possessions alive, and it's paid off. And in terms of pace, I'd like to see us calm it down once the third gets started. We shouldn't be in any kind of rush.
It's been a back and forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. The third quarter starting here now.
Look at what Gasol has done.
Here's Allen. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. So on the floor for Orlando. Ryan Vucevic to the power forward and center. Payton is out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Harkless in at the 3 slot. Prince gets to Conley. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. Prince's shot is good. Prince has got the lead up to 6 now. For Memphis.
Shot quality is very good here, and they're making most of them this half.
The way they're converting on seemingly every shot, I wouldn't be surprised to see the field goal percentage just keep going up. So an opportunity here, guys, to check out some of the numbers for. He's been locked in from behind the arc, guys. He's in the top 20 in the NBA in three-point field goal percentage.
Steve, he's a real ace defensively for him when you take a look at his steals per game average. I mean, whether it's getting into the passing lanes or taking the ball from ball handlers, he does both really well.
This dish is to Vucevic. Floats one. And he gets it to go. Vucevic just got 14.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, I think his team would be ahead.
Well, good teams tend to have a defined style of play. Steve, the Grizzlies had grit and grind, but it seems they're going away from it now.
Kind of a throwback style, Kevin, but it suited their personnel perfectly, particularly with Randolph and Gasol down low. A slower pace lent itself to better defense for them, and they really pounded you inside, that's for sure.
Dishes. The front. Fades. And Orlando again with the bucket.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway jumper, but he gets it to go.
Memphis leading.
And you know, the Grizzlies got swept in the Western Conference Finals back in 2013 because the Spurs just packed it in defensively. And I really think that was the impetus for the Grizzlies looking to try to play a middle wide open shot. So even though that season in 2013 was, as a whole, the best ever for the franchise, it did expose their weaknesses and gave them something to work with.
Over in the corner, Harkless. To Vucevic. A rebound by Gasol.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
And it's Conley penetrating. And that one's drained from the low block. And it's a 6-point Grizzly lead.
And last season, it took the Grizzlies some time to get going. New head coach, the injury to Marc Gasol, but they added some shooting and athleticism on the wings. They really rallied strongly towards the end of the year.
And that bucket right there, folks, is the first official NBA basket from Solomon.
First of many, I would expect. Kevin, he's going to be piling up points for many years to come.
Guys, no reason to think otherwise. I mean, everything we know and everything we've seen from this guy so far point to an illustrious career.
The Magic trail by 6. Pass to Fournier. Shot is off. Good D by Gasol. Grizzlies have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on. Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with Doris Berg. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, for some, Aaron Gordon is seen as a tweener, and for Gordon, it isn't going to face. He said, obviously, you have to play a position in the NBA, but I'm going to do a little bit of everything. Post up, hit jumpers, go by people. I'm going to do it all. I'm confident that I can play both the 3 and the 4. He has the skills to pull it off, Kevin.
And he does. Thank you, Doris. Catching up on
Good work. Good work.
Oh, yeah, man.
This comes in for Allen. And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that part.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
And that'll wrap it up. For Clark Kimball, Steve Kerr, and Doris Berg, this is Kevin Harlan, and thanks for tuning in.
Hey, you look like someone stole your lunch money.
Shoot, might as well. I keep playing like this, man. I'm gonna be 10 days and gone.
Have a little perspective. We won the game, man. That's what matters here, okay?
I guess.
Straight up, you can't expect to adjust the NBA game in one night. Just keep working, study film, put time in the weight room. Every day. And before you know it, you'll be playing instead of thinking out there, all right?
Yeah, tomorrow's another day. Just gotta get back at it, right?
You know it.
All right, man.
with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. I'm Kevin Hart. We're thrilled to be back in Orlando. The Magic ready for that home court advantage. They've struggled game after game to secure wins. It's been a tough haul, but they've had to feel like this game provides them a good chance to win. For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against Memphis.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think. Really, how this team clicks. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat. And Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Chris Middleton is up. Derek Parker. Then there's Sanders. Then there's Nate Walters. And it's Bayless in the 2 spot.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Here's Rain Man. Walters with the rebound. 3 on 3. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Jabari Parker, a self-described obedient kid growing up in Chicago, maintained a 3.7 GPA through high school. He went so far as to say he had low self-esteem in his younger days. You don't often hear about that from NBA athletes, but it's a reality. Believe me, I see these guys, and they often aren't as confident as you might think. There's no reason for this guy to doubt his worth now, especially on the basketball.
Rain Man pass to Fry. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a
Come on.
blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over this.
Well, I just, you know what, Kevin? Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
And Middleton kicks to Walters. The pass to Bayless. The Bucks working the ball around. Trying to find Parker. He's got it now. Tipped away. And as humble as Jabari Parker seems off the court, Clark, he seems like one of those guys who flips a switch when he steps on the floor. Great motor, terrific hunger, real competitive.
Yeah, extremely competitive and confident and assertive. And with his talent, you add those attributes, you've got a guy that looks like he could be a potential all-star.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
And an important part of every team's game. And we'll look at the hustle stats for the Magic.
Boy, you have to admire their...
And so we wrap up the first half. It's the Magic. They lead by 13. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Nick, you guys had a strong first half. What do you think made the difference?
It was just we played aggressive and thought there'd be a presence in there. Everybody, not just me, but all the guys. And that's what we need to do, you know. We start the game up right, and we can build up pretty nicely.
Okay, guys, solid play so far. I like what I'm seeing. But just a few things to talk about before the second half. Such a big part of the first half was the scoring punch we got off the bench. That gave us a whole other element that they just didn't have the ability to deal with.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time.
All right, you're up.
Oh, yeah.
Orlando leading by 9. Oladipo and Harkless is at the 2 and the 3. Ryan Vucevic. To the power forward and center. And it's picked. And the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Here's Oladipo right at the free throw line. There's his third rebound tonight.
He's yet to make an impact from the field, but his team is taking care of business.
Rain man check in for Orlando. Right on the wing. He's covered by Solomon. There's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense.
Gordon's check in for the Magic. For Milwaukee, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And that one falls for Knight.
Brandon Knight spent 1 season at Kentucky, now in his 4th season in the NBA. Still young and a hard worker. Fearless on the court. I think a lot of upside still there.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Solomon. He dishes it to Vucevic. Shot clock at 5. And it's Gordon penetrating. And the layup falls. Gordon's got 8. We talk about Brandon Knight's scrappiness. He ended up on some posters trying to make the right defensive play.
I think you and everybody else remembers that DeAndre Jordan don't. But you got to give him credit. He was trying to make a defensive play and ended up getting posterized. But I like his effort at that end of the floor.
3-on-3. Harkless with it. Now defended by Sanders. And a foul call on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
A theme that has unfortunately come up for this Orlando franchise is their inability to keep the franchise talent for long. As you think of Shaq and Dwight Howard and their exits.
And the Bucks making a change here. Middleton's check. In. Bucks trail by 9. Mayo kicks to Sanders. Mayo with a screen for Sanders. The feed tonight. It's tipped. Harkless with the steal. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Here's Vucevic. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
I had a chance to check out some of the stats for Larry Sanders. His stats have been pretty good the last few weeks. You can see he's showing up as one of the premier performers in the league. 6th in rebounding. He's also blocked enough shots to put him in the top 15 in that important defensive category.
And Steve, I think where he's ranked on the rebounding list tells you a lot about his game right now. I mean, he's a smash mouth classy.
Gordon's check in for Orlando. Fournier comes in for Maurice Harkless. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Walters checked in. And about Orlando and their stars, is it better thought to have had stars and lost them, or to never have had stars at all?
Well, it's a different kind of heartache, that's for sure. I think you'd rather have them and lose them than not to have them at all. But Orlando has seen a lot of success for how long they've been a franchise. They'd like to be able, though, looking ahead, to keep the star that's wearing a Magic uniform right now.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, as we all remember, gentlemen, Brandon Knight was the 8th pick back in 2011. He's still developing, but he's still very young. And he said people do forget that. A lot of the best point guards in our game didn't get it overnight. There are a lot of places I can improve, and I embrace that. Guys, he's coming off his best season, looking to continue his growth.
He's gotten Doris better every season. Thank you. There's 1:38 left here in the third quarter. And Middleton kicks to Walters. Passes it to Knight. Six to shoot. Lots of room. And another basket for Milwaukee. Orlando leading by 9. Here's Rain Man. Inside to Vucevic. It's good. Vucevic has got 11 points.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
1:06 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Walters. He's guarded by Solomon. Here's Middleton. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Knocks it down. Bucket from Solomon. So far in his first NBA game, but nobody has a perfect debut.
That's true. I remember my first game as an NBA. It was awful. He did look a bit overwhelmed at times, but the team was able to get the win, so that's something positive that he can take away from it all.
4 on the clock. Knight dishes to Sanders. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Knight's got 4 assists now tonight.
See the way he times his passes so well? It's a great assist.
There's 21 seconds left in the third. Vucevic to the pass to Gordon. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It's only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
Knight with it. At the teardrop. And it's good. Knight's got 13 points in the second half.
He's been a bright spot for them. He's had an incredibly efficient offensive performance.
Steve, his shooting really has been just terrific. They'd be much worse off if it weren't for him, that's for sure.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Magic lead by 11. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports.
Monday. February 2nd, Michael Carter Williams and the Philadelphia 76ers hit the road for a duel with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Live from Quicken Loans Arena. Do not miss it.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it had to be this play, don't you think, Kevin?
Sure.
This is just a phenomenal pass.
And so it's Orlando.